You guys ready to get started?
Let's get started.
All right, let's get started, guys. Get back here, Nate. Let's go! As the curtain rises on our friends, the mercenary group that we affectionately referred to as the Horde, they have found themselves trapped underground in the Temple of Aberzul. And with that, we will look around the room. So you guys have entered in through one of the cracks in one of the corners, and now Scarf has been able to push the stones back against it, plunging you into near total darkness. There's a small triangular opening that sunlight from outside streams through as the morning sunlight, and Amari has cast the light cantrip on her shield. And so she has a blue glowing shield that is throwing off light into the room. The vampire moths, after initially attacking the opening, have pulled back and seem to be waiting patiently outside. As you look around the room, there are two low altars, almost just two flat stone tables that are on the ground, equidistant from each other. They're sort of in the center of the room, almost like some sort of a preparatory area. Any wood that was in here is rotted long since the last person was here. The dust is thick. The air is still choked in dust from the cracking and the opening of the wall. This area has not been touched by human hands or feet in hundreds and hundreds, possibly thousands of years. Scarf has become entranced with the statues that line the room and run down the hallways. And so as he had entered the room, you look around and you see they look like human warriors and mages and paladins and clerics and wizards. And as you move across the room, you see half-orc warriors, and then the elves, and you see some dwarves and dark dwarves, and you see dark gnomes, and varying shapes and sizes of the warriors. The statues are not uniform. They actually seem to be reflecting an actual person who had lived there. There are tieflings, there are Aarakocra, there are almost any race that you can imagine, all of them carved in stone with different weapons, shields, armors, but they all have glittering yellow eyes. And as you look at them, there are sapphires embedded into the stone statues. There is an opening, a large opening to the north that goes off into a larger room, and Scarf has essentially walked past it at this point, down the hallway that leads away from your entry point. The hallway is about 10 feet wide, it's about 12 to 15 feet tall, and it is still lined with these stone statues. Again, everyone different except for the yellow eyes. And again, Scarf is moving away, and he is seeing every different kind of race and warrior, halflings and dwarves and drow and even members of the undead, imps, demons, smiling vampires. They just line the wall like some type of a strange wax museum.
This seems to be a wall or a hall of great champions. Andy, I was also going to see, can I reach into my bag and take out my my Normie Collider?
Yeah, sure.
I would like to look over this room.
You bring out your Normie Collider and you look around. And what you see, as soon as you look through the Normie Collider, the lighting level just amplifies significantly. And so as you look around, you're in a well-lit space, and it's the smoothest stone you've ever seen. And the whole place is stone with these square, like rectangular stone columns. And you see the Normie machines just sitting in clearly defined, between clearly defined lines that are on the ground. And so you're looking around, and the floor slopes off. And when you look through the Normie Collider, you see the floor kind of sloping away in a fairly steep angle. The place is much more brightly lit, and there are lines on the ground and Normie machines. And you see a big red sign that has white writing on it and what looks like a bullseye.
I would like to go check out that sign and the area around it.
So yeah, as you it's back into the room that you came into, and so you walk back into the room that you came into, and as you look through the Normie Collider, the stone wall is smooth. What you and I would know as concrete, but obviously Scarf has not seen poured concrete before. But that's what it is. It's the smoothest rock he's ever seen. A red sign, white writing, and Scarf does obviously read common, correct?
Yes.
And so yeah, and so he sees the word target with a target symbol next to it, displayed on the wall, and it has an arrow underneath that points into the large opening and the room that you did not explore as you went past.
I believe we should head to this room. I feel that there's a target of treasure this direction.
What? What? Really? What makes you think that?
Draw that conclusion?
I have ways of finding treasure beyond the means of your imagination.
I have a pretty good imagination. I don't know.
Yeah, I just saw you get killed by a bug, so maybe you could give us a little more evidence so that we can trust you.
You did get killed by a bug. I forgot about that. It was 5 minutes ago.
I was taking a rest, and I am back now.
No, you weren't resting.
What was deception score? Sorry, let me get those real quick.
I got a 15.
I got a 16.
I got a total 20.
All right, cool. Amari, you hear a voice inside your head, and it says, Table Rock. Table Rock is a mountain in the east rim of Linville Gorge, part of the Pisgah National Forest. It features a distinctive rock formation and is a prominent peak in the area. Table Rock is a mountain in the east rim of the Linville Gorge, part of the Pisgah National Forest. It features a distinctive rock formation, very popular with rock climbers, has a national reputation of being the best place to climb in the southeastern U.S. Table Rock is a mountain in the east rim of the Linville Gorge, part of the Pisgah National Forest. It has a distinctive rock formation and is a prominent peak in the area. And that's what you hear inside your mind.
Hey, you all right over there?
Maybe. What?
Oh, you were just like swatting at the air for no reason.
No, there were flies down here, I think.
Oh, okay. Hey, maybe we should check out Dum Dum's treasure hunt, even if there's no treasure. I don't think we're getting anything in here.
I mean,
my henchman, follow me.
A what?
And I would like to start leading the way.
He calls people that. He doesn't really know what it means. He just heard it one time. He thought it sounded cool. So, all right.
Teach him what it means.
Scarf, you lead the way into the through the larger portal, and so it's an arched doorway. There's no physical door. Arched doorway, just pure blackness inside. You've got about 4 steps down, stone steps, as you step down into a large room, and you can tell immediately that it's quite large just because of the echoes that you hear as you step down into the room. There are stone columns that ring the entire room. And looking out into the room, you can see sort of a shadowy box off to the right, and it looks like a large figure. You assume it's one of the statues. You can see the faint glitter of the yellow eye. But again, that's about all that you can see without some additional light.
Amari, may I borrow your shield of glow?
You may not touch it, but I will come into the room and light it for you.
That would be greatly appreciated.
All right. She's going to acquiesce his request.
So Amari moves in the room. Sphere, what are you doing?
I think I would just start looking for treasure. / maybe looking for like a way out.
Okay.
Like an alternate exit.
So, but you're going into the large room.
I am going to go into the large room.
Okay, cool. So The three of you enter down these 4 stone steps into a large room, and Amari's shield is throwing off a blue light, and the other 2 of you can see fairly well with your dark vision in this faint blue glow that she's giving off. And so now you see clearly these are stone columns. There are roots from trees on the ground above that have poked through at the top and wrap around the stone columns down into the open space. There are beautiful tiled floor, honestly. There's stone, but you see different types of stone inlaid, and throughout in sort of a almost like a diamond pattern, you see some of the stones have been etched with you see an alternating pattern of an hourglass and the oval mirror symbol that you saw on some of the stonework out in the first room. And so you see an hourglass oval mirror, what's called a mirror, hourglass mirror pattern kind of etched on the floor. Off to the right, you see a ceremonial altar, and off to the left, you see one of the largest statues. This is the largest statue you've seen so far, and it probably stands about 12 feet tall. And it is a tiefling, and so sort of a devilish figure, curved horns, glittering yellow eyes, hood thrown back, hands out forward as if it's holding something, and you do see something across its 2 hands. As you enter into the room, all 3 of you hear, "Table Rock is a mountain in the East Linville Gorge. It's part of the Pisgah National Forest. It features a distinctive rock formation and is a prominent peak in the area. Table Rock is known for its
Table Rock is a mountain in the east rim of the Linville Gorge. Table Rock is on the east of the Linville Gorge.
Shut up. Who is that?
I don't know.
Show yourself.
Table Rock has been described as the most visible symbol in the region.
I've never heard.
Table Rock is a mountain in the east rim of the Linville Gorge.
Gosh.
Part of the Pisgah National Forest.
This place is cursed. I'm going to get out my short sword. Ha! Show yourself, mystery voice.
I find it strange that they would carve a mountain into a table.
Yeah,
Maybe they
kind of
carved
weird,
a
actually.
table out of a mountain.
It must be where giants eat.
That actually does make sense.
Surprisingly.
Roll me perception checks all around.
All right.
Okay. Ooh. What rhymes with Pratchel funny?
Yeah.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
I got a total 18.
Okay.
I got a total 4.
Okay. Sphere is completely lost as to where this is coming from. Amari and Scarf, you still can't put your finger. You can't put your finger on it because this is in your head. There's no directionality from it. You do hear some dust coming from the ceiling, off in one of the corners behind a column.
I'm going to immediately turn around and shine my shield in that direction.
There's nothing there that you can see.
I would like to climb the statue and retrieve the treasure in the hands.
Oh, yeah, good call. See if you can get one of those sapphires while you're up there.
Yes.
So Scarf begins to walk towards the tiefling statue. And as he gets closer, I'm assuming Amari comes along behind to sort of shine some light. You do see this is a tiefling in a robe with the hood pushed back and glittering eyes and kind of a devilish grin. And in her hands is a mace. And that's what you can see. And so it's a regular sized mace. It's probably about 3.5 feet long, being held in the tiefling statue's hand. And when I say held, the hands are open, the palms up, and this mace is laying across them.
Dibs.
As you start to walk towards it, everything is fine until you get about 5 to 10 feet in front of the tiefling, and you start to feel tired. Now, Scarf and Amari, Sphere and Amari, watch your hair turn gray and your muscles wither as you approach the statue.
Amari's just gonna like grab him by the collar and just kind of.
And as you pull him back, he doesn't get younger. Yeah, but you pull him back, and Scarf has aged about 20 years or so in about 4 feet. 3 to 4 feet, I would say he walked. And your face is lined in a way it wasn't before, and your hair is white. And this statue is sitting about a quarter of the way out into the room, and it mirrors the altar on the other side. So it's not against the wall. It's about a quarter way into the room, and the altar is about a quarter away into the room, and there's 50% of the room in between the two.
I feel like I should take a nap, and then I will retrieve this mace.
Yes, you all right there, buddy?
I am fine. I am a champion.
Amari's gonna check out the ceremonial altar.
Sure.
That's
So
near the tiefling statue.
Scarf is gonna sit down and kind of like just take a breather.
Yeah.
Dad nap.
Did you do the grandpa and just like leans up against the pillar?
Almost sleep in his chair.
Yeah, I nod off, just sitting straight up, mouth wide open.
The stone altar at the other end, Amari, you approach it, and it's higher and much more ornate in its carvings than the lower sort of stone tables in the other room where we started. There's infernal written on the altar across just right across the top and also around the base. But it looks to be this was obviously a place of great pride in the past.
I wonder. You know, I don't mean to belittle the rest of you, but maybe since I'm an elf, I could withstand it. Because I lived for such a long time.
I mean,
you know, like,
I'm not running over there, so you do what you want to do there.
All right.
Amari, you stride right up to the tiefling statue, and just like what happened with Scarf, as you walk, you Scarf and Sphere see your hair whiten and your skin shrivel and wrinkle, and you continue to walk, and the next thing you know, you're standing at the statue, and the effects have stopped. You are no longer aging as you reach the statue.
Do I still feel the strength in me to try and scale?
Oh,
this?
sure. Yeah. You've given up a couple decades of your life, but yeah, you're definitely able to take the mace. Yeah.
All right.
And so you just lift the mace?
Oh, yes.
Sure. So you lift the mace, and this is awesome. It is a metal mace, so it has a metal handle, and at the top, the head of the mace is an hourglass, and so it's this thick steel top, and woven into it is this hourglass. It's like hidden in the middle, and there's thick glass, and inside the hourglass you see red sand, and so it's this very sturdy mace, obviously meant to be actually used, with an hourglass encased in the center of the head on a metal handle. And it is, and you pick it up, and it is light and it is balanced, and it just hums in your hands.
This is much better than mine. I think I'll keep it. Just gonna kind of put my old mace in my hands.
You put your old crappy mace back into the statue's hands. Where are you going from here?
I'm just gonna like stay right there and kind of play around with it.
Sure.
Swing
With
it
the mace?
around.
Oh yeah, it feels good in your hands.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is you actually think this might be worth the decades I gave up to get there.
It's fine. Seconds for me. But do I look awful though? Really? Tell me.
Yeah.
Do I look really bad?
I mean, you do look good with the white hair and a little
Stop
like
complimenting me.
elderly.
This is so weird.
Yeah, that's cool, Mace. All right, I'm done.
I have never found wrinkles attractive.
And you still don't, or
I do not.
okay, yeah. Well, this is not awkward. Hey, what's it like to be the youngest guy in the room? You guys don't know. Okay. We should probably get out of here. Hey, we're gonna go take. I'm gonna go take a look around and see if I can find another way out here that doesn't involve a big guy over here dying again.
I was just taking a nap, something I've grown accustomed to lately.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay. I'm gonna walk back out. Hey, do you want to come with me?
I will follow.
All right. I'm gonna walk back out, Andy. Start walking down past the statues. I'm looking for another door.
Yeah. So you don't have a light source with you, do you?
No.
No, I'm gonna beat you guys up on the light source here. This is
dark
cave
vision.
dark. So as you come out of the room, you look down and you see the statues on both sides of the hallway continuing into the darkness.
So I have superior dark vision, so I can see up to 120 feet.
You think that there's possibly a door on the left ahead.
More, okay. I'm gonna shout back to Maddie. Hey, I think there's a door up here on the left. I'm gonna go check it out.
I'm gonna put my hand on his head just so I know where he's going because I don't have superior dark vision.
All right, so you're with him.
Yeah.
And so you guys are leaving Amari with the light source.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Okay. Splitting the party without the person with the light source.
I'll catch up
I like it.
We're bandits. We're not smart.
Speak for yourself.
As you move into the hallway, Sphere and Scarf hear a voice that says, Table Rock is known for its flora. The famous botanist John Fraser discovered Fraser's sedge near the mountain. Table Rock is a mountain in the east rim of the Linville Gorge.
Table Rock is a mountain in the east rim of the Linville Gorge.
No, so I hear it. It's okay. It's okay. I hear it.
John Fraser. Can you hear me?
Yeah, is
John
that you,
Fraser.
John Fraser?
John Fraser is the botanist who discovered Fraser's sedge.
I would
near
like to make
Table
a
Rock
perception
Mountain.
check to find John Fraser. That was a 5.
You have no. It's in your head. You hear nothing. Like
All
you
right.
see nothing. The voice is in your head. You got nothing.
John Fraser, I will find you. These mind tricks do not work on Scarf. My mind is in my muscles.
Yeah, they don't work on.
John Fraser.
They don't work on Sphere either.
You won't find John Fraser.
Yes, we
And
will.
no one's going to find you.
What?
No
That-
one's going to find you.
That's
John
that's
Fraser,
different.
your tone has changed. I draw my weapon.
Table Rock is a mountain in the east rim.
Table Rock is
of
a mountain in the
Linville
east
Gorge.
rim of the Linville Gorge.
No, I
Off the
hear it.
Pisgah National.
Table Rock is a mountain in the
Amari.
east rim of the Linville
Do
Gorge.
I?
It's
am I,
popular
like,
with rock climbers.
I'm gonna start chanting it and hitting my Table Rock is a mountain
Amari.
to the east of the Linville Gorge.
I
Amari,
pick
Table Rock
it
is
up
a
my
mountain to the east of the
Okay.
Linville Gorge.
Let's
Amari,
go
help.
back to Amari real fast. So Amari, you're standing at the statue. What are you doing now?
As soon as I hear him saying, "Hey Amari, there's a door over here. We're gonna go through that," I imagine I reluctantly make my way that way.
So are you going back the way that you came?
Whichever way that they were going. Yeah.
Oh, as you start to walk back, you start to age again. And you continue to age. And the voice in your head says, no, ma'am. This passageway is closed to visitors of the park.
How do you know that I don't work here?
Bathrooms are ahead on the left. Just keep going.
All right, lady. Help me out here. How do I get out?
Go back the way you came. Go past. Go beyond. Turn left and keep going.
I'm gonna go past the statue then.
So as you walk past the statue, you feel a similar effect, except you start to feel vitality flowing into your veins, and you start to see the wrinkles in your skin smooth, and you feel the aches in your back and your neck release, and you walk forward and find yourself against the opposite wall, the wall behind the statue, feeling as you did before you came into the room.
Table Rock is on the east of the Linville Gorge.
Amari, help!
And then I'm gonna go like far away and then go back the way that I came, not near the statue.
So you circle around away from the statue on the outside of the columns, and back out the way that you came into the room where you originally entered the temple. As you come out of the room, you look off to your left, and that's the hallway, and you see Scarf and Sphere standing in the hallway, looking around as if they've been attacked.
Table Rock is in the east of the Linville Gorge. It's a mountain, too.
John Fraser! John Fraser's after us, Amari. Be careful.
Amari, you must be careful of John Fraser.
John Fraser?
He has discovered the Fraser Sage.
So what's before me
Okay,
right now?
perfect. So you are looking down this hallway, and your shield light is casting a vision. Sphere, you have superior dark vision. You can see quite well. There are life-size statues on pedestals with hourglasses and mirrors encircling the bottom, and little plaques written in infernal. There's a moss covering more and more of the statues as you move down the hallway, and you're seeing water starting to drip down the walls. There's more roots here hanging down into the hallway than there were before. And the stones are starting to get slippery and mossy as well. As you look down the passageway, the ceiling stays at the same height, but the floor drops. There are a couple of steps going down, and then it's flat, and then it goes down again, and it goes flat. And as the steps go down, the statues are larger. And so you start to look down, and you see the water flowing down the walls, and you're hearing the sound of dripping water as it drips from these roots that have penetrated the ceiling and dip, dip, dip on the floor. And as you're looking down and you're seeing these larger statues, you're seeing it's not that the statues are larger, it's that the individuals represented by the statues were larger. You're looking down and you're seeing minotaurs, and you're seeing lizard folk, and you're seeing Untitled, the snake folk curled up on their tails, drawn to their full height, and you're seeing minotaurs, and you're seeing centaurs with their four cloven feet and their horse body, and they're the size of a knight on a horse. And speaking of a knight on a horse, across the hall from the minotaur facing back is a human knight on a horse. And again, the statues are just getting bigger and bigger as you go along. There are 15-foot gargoyles ahead in the distance that you can see, horned devils, and beyond that, more blackness. Sphere, you can see a wooden door about probably 25 feet or so down the hallway on the left, and at the edges of your dark vision, you think that there's a second door farther down on the left.
There's a couple of doors up here.
Lead the
Do I
way.
want to? I'm really freaked out right now, but all right, let's do this. You guys tail behind me just a little bit, okay? You hear me scream, please come help me. And I want to try and stealthily move and avoid John Fraser.
So you have no idea where John Fraser is. It's a voice in your head.
Right.
If you want, roll me some perception checks. Let's see if you guys have any more insight.
If I roll high enough, can I notice that Amari is young again?
I don't think you have to roll very high to notice that, but yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I got a dirty 20.
I got a dirty 5.
You're completely oblivious to Amari's age, just so you know.
Okay.
I got a 23.
Okay. So, Sphere, you definitely notice that Amari's hair is no longer white and her skin is no longer wrinkled. Amari, you hear skittering and scratching coming from multiple locations back in the room and the temple behind you. And it's not coming from inside the rooms. It's coming from the ceiling and the walls. It's faint, but something is digging, and it sounds like it's trying to get in. You also think that you hear some footsteps in the room you came from, in the temple where you found the mace.
I think maybe those moth fuckers are trying to dig in.
Oh no. Hey, there's 2 doors up here. Do we want to go hide? Or do we want to see
John
what's on the other
Fraser's
side?
back there. If you want to go talk to him.
No, definitely not. Get away
John
from John
Fraser.
Fraser.
I would like to challenge John Fraser.
No, I was just kidding. Please don't.
John Fraser has taken my youth.
I can show you how to get it back.
You have the magic to return my age?
No, but I got mine back.
We're
Anyway,
gonna try
let's
and-
go in the room.
Yeah, let's go in the room. I'll
Come
go
on.
first, follow behind me. And I'm going to try and go into one of the doors as stealthily as possible.
So
If
you're
that's possible.
when you say go into the room, you're talking about the door on the left side of the hallway,
First door on the left.
not the room where you think John Fraser is and where.
Yeah, correct.
Dustin, you do see this door on the left. It is in between one of the lizard folk and the mounted horsemen on the plateau. So there's some stairs going down as the statues get larger, and then there is this doorway kind of between the lizard folk, the lizard folk hunter, and the mounted horseman. It is a wooden door, reinforced iron bands, just a traditional sort of knob sort of opening mechanism. There is a lock on the door that you see. I mean, a lock meaning an internal lock built into the door. I'm not saying it's locked. But I'm not saying it's not locked either.
Well, I'm going to try and open the door.
So you open the door. And
Slowly.
it opens. Dun, dun, dun. It
Nice.
opens. So you go and you open the door, and from the reflected light of Amari's shield and your dark vision, you recognize a library. There are wooden shelves with decorative hourglass bookends that cover all 4 walls of this 12 by 15 foot room. The books seem to be sorted by language, so the number of books one person could read here is probably pretty limited unless you could read multiple languages. So the takeaway is you are looking at a library. There are shelves on all 4 walls, hourglass bookends, which are kind of cool. And you see different languages written on the spines of these books. There are some common languages you recognize. There are some undercommon languages. There are Dwarven, there are Elven. There's stuff that looks similar to what's written on the plaques outside on the statues and also on the altar. There are a dozen, probably 24 languages here. Most of them you do not know.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, we should brace the door.
Oh, I was thinking about taking the bookends because they look expensive.
Hey, big guy, can you help me move something in front of this door so whoever's on the other side doesn't come in?
Of course. I'm gonna find it. Is there a bookshelf that I can kind of like grab and
push
Maybe
over?
like a table or a desk.
There is not. These are built-in bookshelves, so they are
Shelf.
secured to the wall.
is there any kind of loose furniture?
Not really. There's just the bookends and the books themselves. This is a fairly Spartan library. It seems very, very functional.
Then, as I look around the room and see nothing, I shall block the door, and I'll just
Okay,
push
that's
my
fine.
up
That is a good idea.
I think so too.
Yeah, we should definitely take some of this stuff. Books can be very valuable too.
So
Let's see if we can find
you're
it.
holding the door closed, right?
Correct.
All right. It opens out into the hall, so you're doing the thing where you hold on to it and lean back to stop people from pulling it and opening it into the hallway. So you're just holding on to the handle, to the grab part and leaning back into the room to stop someone from pulling it in.
Just standing on like my heels with my feet like angled up, just all of my weight pulling
Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing. Is all of your weight leaning back, and you hear the
great
voice
wall.
at your head, and it says, "Former North Carolina Senator Sam Ervin said that he retired to the nearby town of Morganton to watch the glorious sunsets over Table Rock."
Table Rock is a mountain in the east of the Linville Gorge.
Part of the Pisgah National Forest.
Part of the Pisgah National Forest.
It's a distinctive rock formation.
We must find John Brazier and Sam Irvine.
John Fraser, famous botanist, discovered Fraser sedge near the mountain. They are coming.
There are more of them coming.
You cannot wait here. They are coming.
We cannot wait here. They are coming.
Who's coming?
John Fraser, the botanist who discovered
No,
the Fraser
ask the
sedge.
voice. Who's coming? It was talking to me earlier too.
Voice. Who will be coming?
Table Rock is a mountain in the east rim of the Linville Gorge.
Linville Gorge.
What? Yeah, Table
The
Rock.
voice steered me in the right direction earlier. I think we should heed it.
All right.
Shall
Well,
we head to Table Rock, east of the Linville Gorge?
So
Well, it made me get my
I'm
age
guessing
back.
we don't know what the Linville Gorge is, do
you
we?
have no idea. No, all of this is complete gibberish to you.
But Scarf isn't going to admit that.
I just want to grab. Are we trying to get out of here? Is that what you're saying?
If the voice tells us to get out of here, I would trust it because it let me become beautiful again. So just to check in where we are. So Scarf is leaning back on the door to hold it closed, and Sphere and Amari, you guys are looking around the you're looking around the room, correct? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to look at the books titles and see if there's anything, particularly in like Undercommon, like not common, to see if I see anything that of interest.
So you guys both scan, and what you mostly see are looks like personal journals, and it looks like people who were in this temple who were here kept journals and turned them into the library. And so there are personal journals written in a variety of different hands. A lot of them are common. There are some of them that are undercommon, but those are the main languages for the journals. You see a lot of different books in different languages that you recognize on what's called portal physics. There's a Transmutation for Dummies written in Undercommon. There's 50 Shades of Greyhawk and How to Win Friends and Incinerate People. And you see multiple copies. And so Portal Physics is in pretty much every language. Same book, different languages. The one that pops out to you, Scarf, is there is a book in general that you have heard of called Malathar Gleam Swords, a Red Wizard of Thay. And so it's called Malathar Gleam Sword, a Red Wizard of Thay. And this is a rare book. You've heard of this book and these stories, and it just pops into your mind as that one's worth something.
Is relatives of Fae?
Oh, Red Wizard of Thay.
Oh, Red Wizard. Sorry.
Malithar Gleamsword, Red Wizard of Thay is the name of the book, and that strikes you as particularly valuable.
I'm gonna grab that book, and then I'm gonna also swipe the How to Make Friends book.
Okay. Great. You grab that one.
Yeah.
Do I hear anything on the other side of it? Like nothing's trying to get in yet, right?
No, nothing's trying to get in the door.
I'm gonna try and take a look in this. Like I'm gonna keep one hand on the pulling, but use my other to kind of look around with my normie collider just to get a sense.
Yeah, you look around with your normie collider, and again, bright light, and you see glass boxes that are full of potion vials, and there's a human spraying potions onto other humans as they walk past.
This seems to be some sort of alchemist lab in the other time.
That makes sense. It kind of seems like it's an alchemist lab here too.
Roll me investigation checks, all three of you.
Okay.
So I'm assuming you're all kind of looking in. You're kind of tossing books into your bags.
This is the third 3 in a row that I've rolled.
You're mostly focused on holding the door vigilantly.
I also rolled. I got a 4.
Yeah. I got a 2 because I have -1 to my investigation.
That's it. That's all you guys find.
All right. I think it's time to get out of here. Unless you guys want to take some other of these books, but I think this is the only valuable one.
I want to take some of the diaries in that language I don't know, because I'm very intrigued about that tiefling lady that I stole the mace from.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm just gonna kind of be like boop 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 and pick a few and just
grab them. Yeah, you grab journals, things that look relevant to anything, probably with and correct me if I'm wrong, anything with hourglass mirror sort of on it. You're tossing that into your bag.
Mm.
I think if we're gonna if we're ready to open the door and leave, I'm gonna open the door, but I'm also gonna go. I'm gonna look at a title. I just feel left out with not taking books, so I'm just gonna grab just a couple random, just 2 books.
Roll me a d20, Nate.
All right. Please don't be another 3. I'm gonna use this dice.
There you go.
Really?
I swear to you, that was
you grab essentially. It's the equivalent of what people would draw in bathroom stalls in our world. Those are the journals that you grab.
Okay.
The bathroom readers.
Not even bathroom. What's written on the side of the pencil drawings in bathroom stalls. That's what's in the journals. That's scarf grabs.
I have rolled 4 3s in a row. That it's not even statistically possible.
You need to go get a lottery ticket.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like at this point, I would get the only lottery ticket where you lose money.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Just be all 3s.
That's most lottery tickets, actually. Hey, big guy. You want to take a peek outside? And I saw another door. We can go down there and go through that one.
I shall take a peek, and I just walk straight out and take a look.
So you walk straight out, and as you walk straight out, there is dust coming from the ceiling in multiple places, and it is not difficult. Your passive perception is high enough to hear multiple areas where there is digging and scratching on inside the walls. I mean, on the back side of the walls and on the ceiling. Yeah, that's what you see.
So my weapon.
This whole place, there's starting to be dirt coming fairly steadily through the ceiling, and that's not normal. And that wasn't there when you came down.
Well, I could take them. I fear for your lives as my henchmen, and I think we should hurry.
Yeah. Let's get out of here. Right. Going back the way we came, or keep going down the hallway?
Keep going down the hallway.
We shall go down the hallway.
So you guys take off. Roll me.
That scarf's gonna be 50 forever now.
Scarf and Amari, roll me perception checks. So, sorry, Sphere and Amari. Scarf, you just walk straight out. Passive perception is what you got.
16.
Total 17.
All right. So you, as Scarf just strides straight out, he's obviously aware of the dirt coming from the ceiling. You guys are aware of that as well. You see movement behind one of the statues farther back up the hallway. So back in the direction that you came, there's something that moves back there, and you hear in your mind, Table Rock is part of Pisgah National Forest. They are coming for us. They are coming for us. The Bugman is coming for us.
Where do we go?
Table Rock is part of Pisgah National Forest.
Ah!
Hey guys, Dustin Bay is here. I play Sphere, Bert, and Boot. I, along with my fellow cast members, Maddie Fuller, who plays Amari, Roy, and Eden, Nate Willett, who plays Scarf, Jay Lachey, and Ma, and of course our DM, Dr. Andrew Rourke, want to say thank you so much for listening to our podcast. If you're listening right now, you're having a good time, go ahead and follow us, whether it's on Spotify, Podbeam, or Apple Podcast, and then go ahead and rate and review the show. It helps us out tremendously, and you're going to feel good because you made us feel good. So everybody wins. If you want to watch the video of episode 4, it premieres September 14th at 7 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube. And then if it's after that date, you can watch it at any time you like, along with the rest of our episodes. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch for additional content announcements. And now, back to the show.
They are coming for us. They are coming for us. The Bugman is coming for us.
Where do we go?
Table Rock is part of Pisgah National Forest.
Ah!
I think we have to go to the bathroom.
What's
Turn left and keep going. Turn left and keep
there
going.
it is. Finally, someone said something useful. Hey, let's take a left and keep going.
So you walk out of the room and turn left, and that is the direction that you were previously going. And so you head down deeper, and now you're getting down among some of enormous statues. There are statues 20, 25 feet tall. Mostly they look like fire giants. There's some particularly intelligent looking hill giant. These are and all of them glittering yellow eyes, sapphires in their eyes. There is a second door on your left, and up ahead there is an open archway that this hallway runs out through. So open archway up ahead, probably about 120, 150 feet. A wooden door identical to the one above it. Wooden door, reinforced iron bands on the left.
What do I see if I'm looking through the Norman Collider as we're walking?
You are back in the parking garage.
Okay, that's what I assume.
Boy said go left, right?
Yep. Amari's gonna say, I saw you moving. Who are you?
There's about 100 feet or so behind. And so, Sphere, you can see this fairly well. For Amari and for Scarf, it's still fairly dark. There are fingers that come out and wrap around the shoulder of the lizard folk statue. And this head peeks around the side. And it is a humanoid form. It's a bald head with a few clumps of long hair. And so mostly bald, long strands of hair, an enormous mouth. I mean, just a mouth that opens all the way across the mandibles, up below the eyes. It is this enormous kind of semi-smiling mouth. And
like
and where the eyes, and this looks like at one point it was human, but the eyes are the most disturbing part. Where in the sockets where the eyes were, there are no eyes. Instead, there are stalks that seem to have ruptured out through the eye sockets, and they're about 4 inches long, with black eyes mounted on top of the stalks, and they flick back and forth and almost move independently, unlike anything that has regular binocular vision. These stalks move these eyes in different direction, and this humanoid is in a tan shirt and usually in dark green pants, and it says, "The Bugman is coming for us."
Table Rock is say the thing. Say the thing. What's the thing? Table Rock.
I said the Bugman is coming for us.
Who's the Bugman?
The Bugman.
Who are you?
The Bugman. The Bugman is he's the one. He's the one who did this to me. Table Rock is a mountain in the east rim of the Linville Gorge. He did this to me, and he cast me away, and I live and I eat and I have worms and I have bugs, and it's his fault, and he did it. And you hear those sounds, that's them, and they're coming for you, and they're coming for me. Linville Gorge, part of the Pisgah National Forest, popular with rock climbers.
Where do we go? Lead the way.
And she looks back over her shoulders, and that's when one of the stones falls from the ceiling. And this is about 100 feet back behind where she is. So it's back in the darkness. You hear a crash and see some movement. And at that point, she takes off up the wall in a hands and fingers, fingertips and toes. And as she takes off, she's coming towards you, but up the opposite wall, and you realize how distended her hands are and how her arms are just turned back at this strange, inhuman angle. And she's climbing the stone wall and skittering up towards the top. As you hear scratches on the stone, and then you hear a loud thump as something drops from the roof back in the darkness. And she said, "He's here! The Bugman is here!" And she climbs up towards the opposite side and kind of behind some of the roots and the moss that's hanging down through the ceiling. And she's fairly invisible up there. If you hadn't seen her go there, you'd have no idea that she was.
But there's still dust. Like, that's not the only thing that's coming, right?
No, exactly right. There's still skittering around the walls and the ceiling, and dust coming in from other places.
Perhaps we should go deeper.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. I like running away. Running away feels good.
It is not running. It is finding a strategic point to fight.
Yes, that's whatever we gotta. Let's
Sometimes
go find a strategic point.
You come back out and head through the large part of the chamber where the hill giant and the frost giant statues are standing guard, and through the archway. And the archway is similar to the archway you went through into the room that had the altar and the tiefling statue. So identical archway there. As you come into the archway, you are in what seems to be an entryway. So you come through the archway, and you are now in, again, almost equally high ceilings, and it's almost a triangle. So you've come in from the side, and to your left is a flat wall. To your right, the room angles down into a passageway that obviously ran forward. This most likely was the entryway, you decide, into this temple. It sort of seems to be where people would come in, and because it's the entryway, the reason it makes you think that is because when you look at the flat wall, which would be right across from this entryway, there are yellow sapphires that have been embedded into a 20-foot high wall in two clusters that resemble reptilian eyes. So this is a 20-foot high wall. I mean, I'm talking about probably 3-foot diameter clusters, and they are oval, not round, and that's sort of what gives them this reptilian look. The eyes stare menacingly across the foyer towards what once must have been the entryway to this temple. The entryway now is completely caved in, and there are bodies lying in the floor. There's bodies, there's skeletal remains, really, more than bodies, in dark blue robes that litter the floor. There's 4 of them that are scattered across the stone floor that has it has an alternating, that mirror and hourglass carved stone tiles here in the entryway. And so there's 4 bodies just laying out, and then there's 2 more that appear to have died trying to dig their way out of the rubble. And so they're farther down that hall, and you can see they've made a lot of progress trying to dig out from this obvious cave-in, and they seem to have run out of oxygen as they tried to dig their way out.
This is starting to look grimmer and grimmer.
Yeah, I'm not liking our odds here.
So we need to turn around then.
Oh, and there's
so.
there is a hallway that extends, another archway on the opposite side. I'm sorry.
And I think we just keep going because this thing it was coming towards us, and we went, I'm assuming, and we went into a room, looked around, and came out, so it's even closer.
We might
want to
starting to hear scratching over at the collapsed hallway as well.
Okay.
Yeah, let's keep moving, I think.
So you guys continue to move on, and you're aware of some cracks in the wall, and you see the strange hands of your friend come through the wall, and her head sort of comes through this small space you would never think a human could fit through, but there she is, and she twists, and these little strangely bent humanoid arms that just are not meant to go that way just come through, and the stalks of her eyes look independently as she comes through, and she looks at you and she says, Table Rock is a mountain in the east rim of
it is part of the Pisgah Forest.
It's part of the bug man. He must be stopped. He must be killed. You must make me whole again. You need me if you will live, and you will make me whole, or I will not help you out of this hole.
Well, yeah, we'll definitely help you if you help us. Are we all agreed to that trade?
She's already helped me, so I'm kind of in her debt.
John Fraser is my friend.
Yeah, John Fraser is my friend too.
John Fraser is a botanist. John Fraser's a botanist.
What is your real name?
Are you some Irvine?
My name. Your name. My name. And she looks down as she's now her sort of insectoid feet have clamped on to stones that are sort of jutting out of the wall, and so she's up in the top corner. She's a good 15 or 20 feet from you, and you can see that she's thinking, and she looks down at her tan shirt, and on it is a white badge that is attached to her shirt, and she looks and says, My name is Linda. Linda is my name. I work at Table Rock. Table Rock is a mountain in the east rim of the Linville Gorge. Ah! My name is Linda. My name is Linda.
Linda Fraser.
My name is Linda Miller. Linda Miller is my name.
Linda Miller.
I work at Table Rock.
You work at Table Rock.
Thank you for helping us, Linda. But where's this bug man? Which way do we gotta go?
The bug man. I found the bug man at Table Rock. He was at Table Rock. He did this to me, and he left me in the cave, and I found my way here, and now I have nowhere to go because of the bug man.
Linda, I too have suffered an equally devastating fate earlier today when I was aged. I feel
you aged like 30 years. Look at my eyes.
Look at my pecs.
The bug man, he's here. His bugs are here. They've come. You will help me. You will make me whole, or I will leave you alone with the bugs. Behind her, you hear more stones falling to the ground, and then cracks as carapaces hit the stone floor as they fall through the roof.
Is this room a dead end?
No, there is a another archway that leads out on the opposite side.
Keep going or fight.
We
Linda.
just have to find the bug man.
Can you help us find the bug man? He seems to have brought an army to a small person fight. Not small person as in size, but the amount, because I am not a small person.
I am a
Only
small person.
deflated right now, buddy.
Linda looks back through the hole that she just came through, and then takes off across the wall, headed towards the archway on the other side. So she doesn't respond other than to put the thought in your mind. Table Rock is a mountain in the east rim of the Linville Gorge. It's part of the Pisgah National Forest. It features a distinctive rock formation as the prominent peak in the area. And that's what you hear in your head as Linda scampers towards the archway on the opposite side. And then she says, "Run, you fools, run!" And you hear more cracks and skitters in the great hallway behind you.
Scarf
Run in her direction.
attempt to find a strategic battle spot at a high speed.
So as you guys move across this foyer, stepping over the robes and the bodies of those who died trying to dig their way out, you look through the archway, and on the other side, you see a distinctly different stone. This is not the gray stone that you saw in the rest of the temple. This is red stone, and so they've obviously used a very different kind of stone here. You see on the floor, you see almost a checkerboard of hourglasses and the mirrors, and then empty stones. So there's sort of hourglass, empty stone, mirror, hourglass, empty stone, mirror, and that's sort of the pattern that runs across the floor. Linda at this point is heading for the archway, and she's not touching the floor. She is 100% up on the wall as she comes across over where the collapsed hallway was, and she's heading towards this archway, which you're looking through, and you see this red stone, and it's about 25 feet or so down this hallway, you see a normal sized door that's just standing open. It's like an open doorway. There's no door in it, but this would be a door that you could probably hold more effectively because it's just your classic, probably 3 foot wide door.
Can I just grab, I just want to reach over and grab a skull of one of the dead dudes and just toss it down the hallway on the tile.
That.
What? Why?
The tile that you're running?
The dead.
What? It could be a trap. Who cares? I don't care.
The room you're running into?
Yes.
Yeah, so you grab a skull and you chuck it down the hallway that you're running to, and it hits the ground on one of the hourglass tiles, and then it bounces and hits one of the empty tiles, and an iron grate drops over the doorway at the end of the hall.
See, that could have been us. Oh, damn it.
So we are locked in now.
My bad. Bad.
Linda disappears through the archway and up onto the wall on the other side.
I need you to solve this puzzle.
Can we just
solve the puzzle of the bugs coming behind us?
So, Linda went up over.
Yeah,
she's on the other side of basically
down
this
from
door.
the ceiling and went around and went back up to the ceiling.
That's a nifty trick. I'm just gonna. Is there a lever, or do I see? Can I just stand on another tile? Let me just step on another tile.
Yeah, you can step on any of the tiles.
Yeah, moving the door.
You dance around, and it does not seem to have an effect at this point.
It looks like we just got to go through that arch.
Yeah, but you still shouldn't have thrown that skull. I'm mad at you about it.
He's not gonna miss it.
You hear one of the statues in the hallway topple over out in behind you.
Can we go down? We can still go through the arch that Linda went through, right? Though.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah. The one
Yeah,
the one you tossed the skull through. So yeah, you tossed the skull through there. There was no traps or anything, but the iron grate fell down like a portcullis, dropped down and covered the doorway at the end of that hall.
So now that's a dead end now.
You haven't looked at. I mean, it is a doorway that has an iron grate over it.
We'll start going down the hallway, go out to the door. They've all been unlocked. Maybe we can get lucky. I don't know.
Cool. So are you gonna look at it, Sphere?
Yeah. I'll go up there.
Cool. Roll me an investigation check.
Ooh, nat 20, baby.
Oh, sweet. You look at this thing and you see that it is an iron grate that has dropped down because of a trap. But it is sealed. It's sturdy, not immovable. You also can see a mechanism up in the top that dropped it. If you could disable the mechanism, you think it would probably make it much easier to lift this door. So that's kind of what you think. You think you could probably just, if things went well, it might be possible just to lift it. If someone were able to disable the mechanism, it might lift more easily.
Cool. Hey, old guy, get over here. I'm gonna take out the crossbow. Can I shoot the mechanism with the crossbow?
No, it's something that's going to probably require more finesse than that.
Okay.
It would be kind of like shooting a crossbow into a sort of almost into a lock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
While he's looking, I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a try.
Yeah.
He's going to lift it?
Yep.
Scarf, as you step up to try to lift the gate, you start to see the insects who have been digging at the walls emerge through the archway. They move in, they climb over the bodies, the skeletons that are laid out on the floor, and they're moving towards you as quickly as they can. At this point, they're probably about 75 feet away, and combat is just about to start. I'm going to let everybody roll for initiative. You guys are going to be about 75 feet apart. Scarf, you are stepping up to the iron gate, and that is how we're going to begin.
Oh, there we go. I got a nat 20.
Ooh.
All right.
15.
19.
So, of course, I got a nat 20 on initiative, so I have a 21.
I was going to say, yeah. Well, there you go. As Amari and Sphere turn around to face the insects moving towards them, you see Linda Miller scampering along the wall in the top corner, and she seems to disappear into a crack in the wall that has the archway and the iron portcullis down. And that's the last that you see of Forest Ranger Linda Miller.
Some help she was.
She was a lot of help, actually.
Yeah, we'll see if we survive this.
Yeah, it's true.
You do not know what it is like to be a victim of such a terrible spell magic.
Didn't. Lift that door up if you could.
All right. Can I go ahead and try and lift? Do I have time?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So,
Okay.
Scarf, you're up first. They are about 75 feet away. If you're going to use your turn to try to lift, go ahead and roll me a strength check.
Ooh, that's 18 total.
With an 18, you are actually able to lift the portcullis up about a foot off the ground.
Severe.
Yeah.
It looks like you must go. This is as far as it can lift.
Because you are the short one.
No, I understand. I get that. Yes.
Sphere, it is your turn. As he's holding the gate, there's the skittering of insectoid feet moving through the archway and starting to head towards you guys.
Andy, well, I know I lifted. Can I real quick use a bonus action to shift It's my racial.
Yeah. You definitely.
It's not like I have to do something with my hands. I just kind of, as I'm start to lift, you just notice I get a little bit more bestial, like, and kind of my hair starts to grow. My snout gets a little bit, like, instead of being more humanoid, kind of elongates, and I just, just start to look a little bit more ferocious.
Yeah, they'd look way cooler if that hair wasn't gray.
No, at least I get 4 temporary hit points.
Can I scurry under the door?
Yeah, totally. You can use your movement. I would call it difficult movement. So you kind of drop prone and then scurry under the door and stand back up, and I'd call that your movement.
All right. So I stand back up. Is there a lever or a release valve?
There is actually. There is next to the door. There, the mechanism that you saw. There is sort of a related lever right next to the door.
And then, hey, you holding that door right there, buddy?
I'm fine for now.
All right, good. Keep holding it. I'm going to look around the room. Is there anything? I'm going to go ahead and look in the room that I'm in.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Is Linda in there?
So you look around the room, and this is a cool room. So you are looking around this room, and Amari's on the other side, and her shield is sort of glowing through, and it glows through the iron grate. And you see one of the strangest rooms that you've ever seen. There is, in the center of the room, there is an oval that's about 12 feet tall and about 6 feet wide. And it is a stone oval just standing on its end. And about 10 feet in front of that, there is a stone pedestal that comes up. And there is a piece of iron that reaches up, and it's almost like this little, these 2 fingers that come together on the stone pedestal. And in front of that is a shorter pedestal, and there is a candle that is sitting on, and it was about half burned down. And that is the main, that's the main thing that you see in this room. There are runes on the floor. There are runes on the wall. Again, you can't read any of this.
Action, gonna boom, dump the lever.
So
let the door open.
So you dump the lever, and as you hit that, Scarf is able to lift up, and the first beetle. And again, this thing's about 2 feet tall on the ground. It's scurrying. It's got these really powerful mandibles, which it obviously uses to crush stone, and that's how it sort of digs so effectively. It scurries towards Amari, and Amari, it's going to try to bite at you, but you fairly easily move away from it. And it is your turn, Amari.
So I see him lift up this thing. And is it now lifted up far enough for me to get under there?
You can easily step through to the other side.
Is it kind of like a garage door, like when you lift a bay door and
that's exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, now that you've got it up, it almost kind of clicks back into place.
It's a little too hard because I was trying to hold it up, so I have too much strength when it gets easy to lift it. It slams up there.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, as soon as Sphere kind of threw that lever, it was like a garage door. It just kind of rolled on up, and that was it. And so the doorway is standing open.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go through that doorway and get out of the bug place.
Perfect. So you step through the doorway and turn around to look behind you. There's the bug that tried to bite at you. There's 2 more that are almost halfway through that room, through the red room, and behind them you can see about a dozen more little black eyes reflecting light in the darkness, and they are continuing. You're still hearing dust falling and cracking stone.
It's only gonna get worse. So yeah, I'm just using my action to get in the room.
In your head, you hear, Table Rock has been described as the most visible symbol in the region. Former North Carolina Senator Sam Ervin said that he retired to the nearby town of Morganton to watch the glorious sunsets over Table Rock. The Bugman's here.
In this room.
not literally. Representatives from the Bugman are here.
So
It's like employees. It's like employees of the Bugman. If I said AT&T is here, it wouldn't really be AT&T. It would be telephone. I feel like I've lost you.
Yeah.
What's AT&T?
Yeah, that's not important right
Okay,
now. The
okay.
Bugman, the bugs are here,
Yeah.
and
AT&T.
I am holding all the cards now. If you want to escape, you have to promise to make me whole.
I don't know how many times we have to say we will. We'll do it.
Linda
This is-
Fraser
I-
Miller, we will help make you whole.
I feel like we're at an impasse where you guys can't. I'd like some sort of proof that you're going to actually do it, but I don't know what that would be.
If you could help us, if you could tell us what that is, that would help us big time. There's some bugs here. We could kill them.
Well, there's more bugs coming. The only way is to flee. Will you make me whole? Promise, swear it now. Swear it now.
Linda, I would like to walk up to Linda Miller and do, I'm gonna do something that my tribe and my family had taught me as a symbol of promising and of trust. I would like to hold out my hand and have a clenched fist, except just leave my pinky out and say, Linda Miller, we will make you whole.
Linda Miller reaches out with her insectoid claw and takes your finger and said, "We will honor refunds on this receipt for up to 90 days." And she begins to move. She comes down to the ground and starts to move across the floor. At this point, 2 more beetles have moved to the top of the stairway, across the red room, and they are moving in through the door. And the first one is going to try to bite at you with its pinching, crushing mandibles sphere, and it is going to a 20 to AC.
Oh yeah.
And it is going to pinch you for 5 points of crushing damage on your leg.
Weak.
And the second one is determined. I don't know. There's something about you, Amari, that they really like. And at 16 to AC.
Yeah, 16 hits.
All right. So you're going to take 6 points of damage from a crushing wound to your legs as well.
Okay.
And we are back at Scarf. So Scarf, you have crawled under, thrown the lever. 2 of the beetles have scurried through the door after Amari, and Scarf, you are standing next to the portal with your hand on the lever. What are you doing?
Wait, Severe's got his hand on the lever. You said Scarf or Severe?
I'm sorry. Scarf and Severe I continue to mix up. Severe has
Okay.
his hand on the lever.
Scarf is through, and Amari is already through.
Yep.
Okay. Can I just dunk the lever again and see what
Yeah.
does anything happen?
You dunked the lever, and the portcullis, the iron grate, drops from above, and the little iron spikes at the bottom of the grate just impale the bug that tried to bite at Amari first, and so just smashes down. Hemolymph splatters up. You've got that yellow sort of. Again, it's the bug entered. You get the stink bug smell. You know that acrid
yeah.
smell of when you crush one of those beetles? Like, that's it. So the iron gate slams down, splattering the first of the bugs to arrive, and the acrid bug gut smell fills the room that you guys are in. That's your action. You've still got movement if you want to use it.
Slimy, yet satisfying. Yeah, I'll move into the room away from. Where's the other beetle at? Is at Scarf.
There's 2 more. There's one at Scarf and there's one at Sphere.
One is Sphere. I just killed. There's one
Sorry,
at me.
there's one at Scarf and there's one of Amari. I'm sorry.
I'll just probably stay where I'm at. And remind me where Linda went again? She just disappeared into her hole.
Linda had come down to shake pinkies with Scarf, and at this point she's kind of retreated back to the wall.
Okay. Hey, Linda, does the place, does Target mean anything to you?
Table Rock is a mountain in the east rim of the Linville Gorge.
It's part of the Pisgah National Forest. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, awesome. All right, that's my turn.
Distinctive rock formation.
I'll just kind of stay where I'm at.
All right, so that's where you are. Scarf, it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to. You said there's a bug at Severe and a bug at Amari.
There is a bug at you that just bit. I'm sorry, I've gotten everybody's names confused. There is a bug that pinched your leg and a bug that also grabbed Amari. So those are the two that got through the door before Severe dropped the gate back down.
Good thing is when I shift, I lied. I actually got 8 temporary hit points. I get 4, and then I roll a d6, and it gives me +1 to my armor class, but it's only 9.
Very nice.
So I still would have taken that hit. And now I'm going to be pretty upset with this bug, and I'm going to swing my longsword at it, two-handed style.
All right.
Can we say 15 plus?
That definitely hits.
5? Does 20 hit?
Yeah, I think 20 hits.
Okay.
I think your level 1 enemy is hit by a 20.
Well, I did 13 damage. I rolled a 10.
Yeah. So you tell me how you splatter this bug with your longsword.
I think I just have it in both hands, and I want to have it blade downwards and just kind of replicate the gate, and just also bring it straight down.
So the straight downward Conan the Barbarian, finishing thrust, and you impale this beetle with your longsword, and its legs continue to skitter against the floor, even though your sword has clearly impaled it.
My jaws bite sharper than yours, and by jaws I mean my sword.
Thanks for clarifying.
That's beautiful.
Bugs are not intelligent. They do not understand metaphors.
I didn't realize. Thank you.
I don't think you understand
Amari,
metaphors.
it's your turn. You're the only bug left in the room is the one that just clamped onto your calf, and you were able to get your foot away from it.
And I don't like that bug, so I am going to hit it with my new mace.
Ooh.
Yeah.
New mace who did?
Fancy.
And add a +1 to hit with your mace, and a +1 to damage when you hit.
So I got a 18 to hit.
Oh, okay.
Definitely smacked.
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Did
Your face was not telling of what your dice roll was.
Math is hard, guys. I'm dumb.
I agree.
So it's a total 6 damage.
Yeah. So you bring your mace down on the carapace, and you hear it crack as your mace slams down onto it. But the beetle continues to move, and in fact, it's going to bite back at you for a 8 versus AC, which I'm assuming you easily dance away from. Yeah, so you easily dance away from it. And Sphere, it is your turn.
Hey, you leave them alone. Run up and just do unarmed strike. 1. If they don't kill it, I'll do 2.
All right. So roll me some attacks.
Rolling. Kadoosh. I got a 8.
That
total.
just
Did you roll?
you run up and just kick it right in the strongest part of its carapace, and it seems unaffected.
Okay,
It seems blades are more effective than your foot.
Yeah. Well, let me try that elbow thing again, and then so I kick it, and that doesn't do anything. So I'll just kind of do like, and just drop down.
Drop the people's. Are you gonna? Do you run back and forth across the room before you drop the people's elbow?
Only
Like you run out 15 feet
Wait,
and back 15
can-
feet, and
is
then
there-
you drop the people's elbow.
Is there
Only
any way
if,
if we can jump off of me? Like, run up me and use me as like a...
Let's roll an attack for me, and then we'll decide.
we'll talk about narrative.
Yeah, exactly right. I'm not going to invest a huge amount of narrative
Yeah.
airtime in
For
your
a myth?
7 versus AC.
15.
All right, so in that case, yes, he does. He runs up Scarf's back and drops the people's elbow on the carapace of the digger bug, and this beetle splatters across the floor of the room.
Does Linda Miller recognize the traditional, or that trademark move?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. She says, I smell what the table rock is cooking.
Is that?
So does the
in
table
in
that
the
you
Pisgah
cook on?
National Forest?
It must be for giants to eat.
I knew it. You guys were right. You were right. It is for giants.
She shakes her head and goes, Table Rock is a mountain in the
And
east
the
rim of
Eatery
the
above the
Linville Grove.
Pisgah, yeah.
Linville Gorge.
Hey, you're
John
safe.
Fraser.
You're safe now. The henchmen of the Bugman are gone. We disposed of them.
As you say that, the pile of beetles trying to get into the iron grated door is waist high.
See,
There's
they
just
can't.
little antennae and legs sticking through the iron grate, and there's also dust coming down from the ceiling of this.
Our room?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. We don't have long.
Linda, I swear to make you whole again. I'll figure it out somehow. I swear.
And with Linda looks at, like, her little antennae look at you, and then they look at the iron grate, and they see the pile of beetles that is just getting higher against the door, and she walks to the far corner of the room opposite the door and uses her little insectoid arms with their little hooks at the ends where her hands presumably used to be, and she hooks into one of the stones in the floor, and she pulls it back, and the stone stands up, and you see a passageway that drops down into the darkness.
We should make a strategic advance.
Indeed.
You mean? Yeah, I agree. We should make.
Severe,
we should
you
make a
have to swear to her too. All three of us, I think you need to swear
Oh.
personally.
All right, Linda.
Her eye stalks swivel towards you.
Table Rock.
Table Rock.
Yeah.
It's a mountain in the east rim of the Linville Gorge.
Okay, I was gonna use that as my swearing thing, but I swear I'll help you. I swear.
With that, she says, she nods towards the hole.
Let's get
So-
out of here.
Can I rip off one of the antenna of the beetles? Or
Oh
like,
yeah, sure, if you want to.
I just want to rip off one of those and take it with it and do like that little
Well,
across the
actually,
grate.
roll me a strength check to make
Oh,
sure
yes.
you can rip off one of the antenna of the beetles.
My strength is not great. Okay.
Oh, was it?
14?
Yeah. You rip one of the antenna off of the beetles.
And it says, "Oh no, my eye stalks." It was Ringo. I was trying to do a Beatles. That was not.
No, I was with you. I was
Okay.
with you. I was like, wow, this is gonna go. I was running through my Rolodex of voices to see if I had anything close, and I don't. I would have supported you. I would have supported you on this bit.
I bailed it way too quick.
No, you did. You gave up too fast. I was coming for you. I would
And
not.
now,
But I was
now not only will that bit, but you giving up on that bit will be immortalized.
Yep.
Yeah. Here's Nate's 20-second attempt at a bit. He's been abandoned before anyone could even get there to help. All right. So Linda's got the stone pulled up in the opposite corner. The dust falls down and head into the blackness. Is that true?
That is true.
Oh, could I snag that candle though?
You can grab the candle if you want.
I'm grabbing that candle.
As you grab it, you're like, this feels like a regular candle.
Dope. I mean, big guy needs a light, so.
There you go.
I do have dark vision. It's just not superior.
Well, like I said, you need a light.
As far as I'm aware, I think my light cantrip is still up. But, my D&D Beyond is being stupid again.
Has it been a minute, would you say, since I lifted the grate?
Yeah.
Okay, then my fur is back to just normal gray.
Yeah, I would say with your conversation with Linda and her moving and opening up the stone, and also you guys finishing off, you impaling the beetle. Yeah, that's a minute.
Word. All right, we're gonna go.
Right.
We go down.
All right. So you guys follow Linda over, and she's holding the stone. And who's going first and second and third?
I shall lead the charge.
Right.
How about I lead the charge because I have light?
I understand. You can lead the charge.
All right, cool.
Yeah. And I'll be in the back because I was swiping stuff.
Yeah.
So, Amari, you drop in first, and this is clearly not a built-in exit. That was 100% a loose stone that was jarred as the earth shifted during these earthquakes that have opened up and exposed the temple that was hidden before. Right. So this is not a secret passage. That was 100% a loose stone. And as you drop down into it, you realize that the space underneath this stone has been carved by an underground stream, and it is not pleasant. But as you climb down in, you drop into this hole, and it's about 3 feet deep, and that is as much space as there is, because this stream has cut its way underneath the corner of this temple. And so in order to go forward, you are going to have to essentially crawl in this underground stream space into the darkness. And your shield lights the way, and you can see very little out in front of you. Your shield barely fits through the space that this water has cut into the rock, and you begin to crawl in the same direction as the stream, and Sphere and Scarf enter behind you before Linda slips into the hole and drops the stone back, plunging you into complete darkness. And that is where we will leave it for today.
Hey guys, Dustin Bays again. That's going to be it for episode 4. You can check out episode 5 in 2 weeks. We're going to be premiering the video format on Saturday, October 3rd at 10 a.m. We're going for kind of a Saturday morning cartoon slot. So get up Saturday morning, grab a big old bowl of cereal, and then plop down in front of your computer or TV and check out Blue Ridge Adventurer'S Guild. And that's going to be on Facebook and YouTube. You can find the links by following us on our social medias. That's going to be on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at BragPod. That's BRAGPOD, or you could subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching Blue Ridge Adventurer'S Guild on YouTube. You can find our cast members on the internets: Maddie Fuller at MLadvy on Twitter and Instagram, Nate Willett at Omelette Sky on Twitter. You can find me, Dustin Bays, at DT Bays on Instagram, and then you can find Dr. Andy Rourke by searching at Adventure Unleashed Games on Facebook and Instagram. And if you like the content he's creating, he wrote a one-shot that he put up on DM's Guild called Harper's Heist that you can check out. Thank you so much for listening to Blue Ridge Adventurer'S Guild, and we'll see you next time.